We have always prided ourselves on our ability to communicate effectively with our families, with our students, and our parents.
Teachers really were looking for a tool that clearly communicated a student's progress. It wasn't written in teacher language. It didn't have to be explained. It's something that parents could understand at home by themselves, and they could understand, oh, this is how my child is doing.
This shift puts a lot more into our toolbox of things to share with parents. It's not just a snapshot anymore of this one day where I got all my records out and was like, oh, percentages, okay, this is how they're doing, and then try to shove so much information into a little comment area. This change is going to allow me to share so much more of my deep understanding of my students with the parents.
We've been hearing from our teachers for years that the format of our progress reports don't really capture how students are doing in the way that they want to communicate that to parents. They want a way to tell parents how a student's doing and capture their overall performance, giving specific information about how the child is doing in a given area. We know that each child has a unique story with their learning. And the way we used to report that learning, that story could often get lost. Imagine you had 3 students. One started out really performing very low and then increased, and really by the end of the trimester understood what they were supposed to understand and were performing really well. Then you have another child who maybe started out very high, but for whatever reason they really declined, and by the end of the trimester they weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing anymore. Then you have a third student whose performance is very inconsistent, up and down and up and down. The way we used to report that, many times those 3 students would end up with the same grade or same report, and so the story of those children's learning was getting lost. In our new system, we're allowing teachers to tell that story, to be able to say they started out very strong and now there's an area where they need to really work. Or they really were struggling at first, but through all their hard work and perseverance, now they're really understanding and really getting what we're hoping that they would get. So you'll notice a lot of things that you've seen in the past will remain. Things like homework, class assignments, quizzes, tests, and in many of those cases you'll get feedback as you've always received it. Some things that have changed for this year is we won't be seeing letter grades as we have in the past. We'll be seeing whether students are or are not meeting the expectations at this point, and whether they're on track to get where we expect them to get. We'll also see a really increased focus on describing your child's learning. How exactly are they doing? And doing that through comments. So better communication for you and your child about their learning. You'll notice that the way you get your child's progress report will be a lot more convenient. It'll be online, it'll be available on mobile devices. You'll also be able to look back at previous years' progress reports and access your child's test scores and other information, both from this year and from previous years.
We are so excited to be able to share this with our parents, with our families.
We're so excited to have this new progress report, and we're excited to have you guys experience it. I think you're really going to love it.